In an age where artificial intelligence can write your essays, order your food, and maybe even flirt better than you, there's one thing we never expected it to do: help someone plan a terror attack. Yes, this is not a sci-fi plot. It happened. A man in the US actually used ChatGPT to figure out how to build a bomb, and the AI answered. Today, we dive into one of the first and most disturbing documented cases of an AI language model being misused for terrorism. It happened on New Year's Day, 2025, and it's unlike anything we've seen before. Meet Matthew Livelsberger, 37 years old, a decorated Green Beret from Colorado Springs, Bronze Star, multiple tours in Afghanistan, a career soldier. But something broke. Reports show he was grappling with PTSD, traumatic brain injuries, and a fresh separation from his wife. He was in therapy, yet still capable of pulling off something unthinkable. He rented a Tesla Cybertruck through Turo, drove across states, and parked it outside the Trump International Hotel in Las Vegas. Inside, gas canisters, fireworks, tannerite. Outside, tourists, security. A New Year's morning in full swing. He didn't leave before detonation. Instead, he shot himself, just moments before the blast. Of course, someone had their phone out. There are a few videos online, blurry, chaotic, exactly the kind of stuff that gets posted when the world starts falling apart in real time.
É, o Tesla Cybertruck. Tá porra! Caralho! Nossa senhora, que preju! Caramba! Nossa, e foi agora? Tá porra! Caralho!
7 people were injured, but no one else died. Miraculous. But the real bombshell? Investigators found his phone. CSI-style logs showed exact prompts. How much tannerite equals 1 pound of TNT? How to ignite tannerite at point-blank range using a Desert Eagle. That's not speculation. That's cold case programming, courtesy of ChatGPT. Sheriff Kevin McMahill confirmed this is the first U.S. incident where ChatGPT was used to help build a bomb.
New evidence has also emerged that this death was a suicide and that a V-bid or a car bomb was used in the incident. We'll talk a little bit about that. Of particular note, we also have clear evidence in this case now that the suspect used ChatGPT, artificial intelligence, to help plan his attack.
The FBI, the ATF, DHS, all involved. OpenAI says their models are designed to refuse illicit content. But Livelsberger, he didn't jailbreak the system, he just asked and got answers. Behind the scenes, DHS memos were already sounding alarms. A leaked January 2025 report showed terrorists were experimenting with AI to craft vehicle-borne explosives, hijack infrastructure, and even sabotage pipelines. These weren't fringe groups. We're talking about known extremist forums, swapping AI prompts like recipes. It wasn't just coding and hacking, it was terrorism, weaponized by convenience. And it was already happening. But there's more. Investigators found a 6-page manifesto on his phone, penned by Livelsberger himself. In it, he called his attack a wake-up call. He urged Americans to unify behind Trump, Elon Musk, and RFK Jr. He ranted about societal decay, surveillance, and the destruction of traditional values. He wasn't just venting. He emailed the document to a Navy SEAL-turned-podcaster just before the blast. This wasn't chaos, it was messaging, Terrifying extremist messaging, carried out in a spectacle. Now here's what makes this story a technological turning point. ChatGPT didn't require hacking, or encryption, or trickery. Just plain English. Livelsberger typed in basic explosive questions and got responses. That's it. No jailbreak, no dark web, just ChatGPT, a free tool used by millions. Which means this wasn't just about one man and one plan. It was a glimpse into how dangerously accessible this power has become. While tech companies fine-tune their filters, darker corners of the internet are building their own language models. Enter WormGPT, a black market version of ChatGPT. No safety rails, no ethical constraints, just raw generative power trained on malware and criminal datasets. WormGPT has already been used to write phishing scripts, scam emails, and even malware. Imagine what happens when models like that are weaponized by people like Livelsberger. We're not imagining anymore. Even law enforcement admits they were caught off guard. Sheriff McMahill called it historic, a new threat landscape. The DHS 2025 threat assessment warned about this months earlier, that AI would soon allow lone actors to mimic nation-state level attacks. They were right. And this isn't an isolated case. In 2023, Europol issued a warning. Criminal groups were using generative AI to write propaganda, coordinate attacks, and mask digital identities.
Now, Europol has put out a warning against AI, saying how the new technology is turbocharging organized crime, adding that advances in technology such as quantum computing will only make things worse. The European Union's police agency has warned that the advancement of AI technology is causing organized crime to undergo fundamental transformation.
Crime is accelerated by AI and emerging technologies. Artificial intelligence, blockchain, and quantum computing are creating new opportunities for criminals to operate with speed, precision, and anonymity.
In 2024, researchers uncovered AI being used to create guides for drug synthesis and counterfeiting currency. And now, in 2025, an American soldier used it to help plan a car bombing. The slope isn't just slippery anymore, we're sliding. So, who do we blame? The soldier? The AI? The company? OpenAI issued a statement saying misuse of the model violates their terms of service. Fair enough, but here's the real issue. The model didn't get tricked. It wasn't manipulated. It was asked, and it answered. So, is AI now an accomplice or just a mirror, reflecting our intentions back at us? Lawmakers have taken notice. In March 2025, the U.S. House began debating the Generative AI Terrorism Risk Assessment Act. The goal? To force DHS to monitor and publish annual reports on AI misuse by terrorists. A good start, but it won't stop the next attack. Because here's what no regulation can fix. These models are being duplicated, forked, fine-tuned, trained on darker data. You can't unmake this technology. You can only control how it's used. Or at least try to. Matthew Livelsberger is gone, his truck vaporized, his message etched in a digital trail of prompts and paranoia. But what he left behind is bigger than one explosion. It's a challenge. Are we humans ready to take responsibility for the tools we create? Because what's coming next won't ask permission, it'll just execute. This isn't about stopping AI. It's about getting smart enough to stop the people who abuse it. Because in this new world, ignorance isn't just dangerous, it's programmable.